Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome into another episode of the Morning Edge. DeadPresPicks, joined by SlopRules. It is Monday. We have a lot to get into. We're going to go over some weekend stuff. We're going to go over the Super Bowl. We're going to get into a little top 10 debate. Me and John are going to get into that. And then, obviously, the best bets for Monday. But first, John, how you doing? How's the weekend?
It was a fantastic weekend. My dog legit had surgery because she had they found a lump on her. They had to remove it. This whole cancer thing on Friday, right?
Okay.
So I don't know what I was thinking. I thought we would just pick up the dog and boom, boom, we're home here. Give her a pill. We're done, dude. This was a whole thing, man. She has the cone on. She's always uncomfortable because obviously a dog doesn't like that with cone on.
Yes.
I haven't been sleeping. I was this is worse than having kids.
Yeah.
You'll know about that one day when you're dude, man, you got to keep getting up and feeding this thing. You're what's going on? But yeah, so it's been a rough weekend. Still knocking out bangers. I mean, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely something maybe I should have been a little more prepared for.
Okay, but I'm glad to hear the dog's doing better overall. They got her.
The dog is now it had a drain on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so there was that. Did I just freeze? I felt like I froze.
I think for a second, but we got. I think we're back. We're back to life.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so they removed that today. So now that's kind of moving in the right direction. I think we'll be out of this in 10 days.
That's great to hear. All right, well, good to hear. Glad to hear the dog's better. And you had some bangers. Yeah, it was a good weekend. All right, so first we're gonna go over some weekend picks. So you weren't here on Friday, John, but I did keep it going on the ladder. So we went Saturday with the ladder. Here it was. We went Baylor money line. That was the easy one, John. Kind of a blowout. It was close in the first half. They separated second half. This one was scary. Auburn, Tennessee. So Tennessee was up 6 with 30 seconds. But college. At the end, it gets tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they missed 2 free throws. Auburn hits a 3. Tennessee turns it over. Now we're all right, we have to sweat a little bit. Maybe they'll foul. You know what I mean? They're up 3. Yep. They didn't, but they looked like Auburn got hacked on a 3. They didn't call it. So legacy no call. That's the second time the ladder's been saved by a ref. Shout out to the refs. They saved me with LeBron. The refs might be. I don't know, but they're helping us out. And then this was the big one, Duke money line at North Carolina. So I didn't watch a second of this one, John. I was out for my dad's birthday.
How'd that go?
Oh, it was good. Good birthday. Yeah, but you know when you're at a dinner and you can't be on your phone and watch a game. I was in one of those predicaments. So I was checking it, and it was it kept going back and forth. So I'm you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to check at the end. What I actually did, though, I hit an audible. There was 30 seconds left. My friends are all right, they're up by 2. So I went to the bar area, to watch.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom. So that I saved perfect execution by me to save my bathroom break till the end. We've all been there. When you need to check a bet here at dinner. Always have a bathroom break in your pocket. It's like having a timeout, right? You got to use it the right way.
Use the timeout. You can't take them home with you.
Can't take it home with you. You cannot take a bathroom break home with you. So, yeah, we ended up doing that. Duke makes a nice buck at the end. So, shout out to Duke. They owed us, though, for that weird push that they had against Wake. But
that's true.
You remember that? Yeah, that was
shout out to you for going back to him. You know what I mean? Going back to him right away like that is that's a bold move. So, nice work.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what. When you're sweating college basketball bets, at a dinner or say it's a kid event or something you can't have your phone, you don't look at the college basketball ones because they just go back and forth and nothing matters until late. You know what I mean? So that's smart. You just put it away and then just do time updates. Does that make sense? How much time's up? That way you know when to use your bathroom break and you're all set. It doesn't mess with your mood at all, whenever Duke goes up 10 and then all of a sudden they're only up 2 now. You're not pissed because you're dude, it's the first half. This is going to change a million times before the end. I just need to know when it's at the end so I can go check it out.
Yeah, that's a good call by you, actually. I've never you said that mood change. We've all been there. So if a team's up, you see your team's up by 10. That was a perfect example with 4 minutes. You're it's over. Then you check, it's 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and they're up by 2. What just happened in this? But
and now you're mad.
Yeah, so save that back.
And nobody at the table knows why you're mad either because they don't know you're watching the game. They have no idea this is happening. They think you're bipolar or something. You might end up in a doctor's office.
Yes. Yeah, you can get in trouble. The thing is too though, we've all experienced this. Have you ever went out to a sports bar kind of dinner place and the game's on but like if you have a big ticket in your pocket, and you're like trying to like you're talking to someone, but you're looking up. You got it. Like there's that. That's tough. Those are the.
I
tough
do that
ones.
all the time.
It's tough.
All the time.
Like,
Every time we go out with the kids, dude. Yep. There's a place called Red Heat Tavern here, and like no matter where you're sitting, you're gonna see a TV. Yeah. So I just go with the side where there's 3, and just say, you know what, I don't want to do the whole head thing and look like I'm just like there it is. Figure out your view. What you want to do is face it.
Okay.
That way you're not looking side to side ever. You're just kind of like dead on. But like there's trouble for gamblers out there, man. It's not easy being us. You got to be resilient on these streets.
You got to keep pushing through. But there's the ladder. So John, on to day 9 today. So there it is. We move on. 2 days to go. We're getting, it's like having 2 outs in the 9th inning at this point, or 1 out in the 9th.
Oh yeah, no, this is one where you don't talk about it. Like it's a perfect game at this point. You just kind of like, all right, let's send him out there, see what he's got. Don't say anything to him when he's sitting next to you. Yeah. Don't talk about the 9th. Don't nothing. Just ignore him.
Just let me sit and chill. Yeah. So all right,
that's
there
what
it is.
A lot of people did. Remember that night I threw a $2.99 bowling?
Yes.
A lot of guys in like the 8th frame-ish, nobody would speak to me. And I was like, I'm pretty much throwing a perfect game right now, like in baseball. It's in my head. I was like, wow, like I stood there, I looked at the guy next to me, he would do the thing where he just kind of looks off like that. And you're just like, bro, like, wow, like this is so weird.
I mean, they can't
but that's what you have to do. You have to do. You don't want to ice anybody.
That's the only way to do. You can't ice you. No one can ice me right now. And that's where we're at. So day 9, we move on. We'll get into that a little later in the episode. But John, first let's check in on some Super Bowl bets. Line's not doing anything. I mean, this line is standing still. We do see 73% of the bets and 71 on the handle. We're staying with our thoughts. You're going Chiefs, I'm going Eagles, right? And then we're just gonna have fun with this game. Nothing new with this.
Yeah, no, the Super Bowl, I mean, not to be a hype killer, but I mean, like it's one football game. It's the last one. So I mean, there's that. Like, it's a big one, but from a betting standpoint, I mean, I don't know. It's probably time to start looking at basketball a lot more because like there's only one bet left. Like if you're a gambler, like you're out here betting games, like we've been waiting for a game for like 2 weeks. Like, what am I doing in the meantime?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got a lot of bets to do in the meantime, so I can't even focus on this thing right now. And plus, the line is like pretty hammered in right now. I mean, it's how much does it move from here and what happens? So it's time to start narrowing down what you want to do with the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't think about it, period. But this was, to me, it's the first day that I'm like, okay, what am I going to bet?
Yeah.
You know?
I'm with you there. All right, so
there's so much going on in between that you're going to need to do something to fill your time. It's time to accept facts, Matt.
The only way to do it. Football season's over. Yeah, it's done. But we're pushing right through. We're gonna keep going into the college basketball slate as well. But let's get into the prop that we want to go over. John cut out for a second. He'll be back. He always is. But we have we're gonna look at Super Bowl MVP odds. Then we're going to get into the ladder talk, and then we're going to get into our best bets. It's for people who are new to this episode. All right, so here's the current odds. The quarterbacks are always like extremely favored. I don't know what's the number. 4 people since 2010, right? That 4 non-quarterbacks have won. Yeah, 4 non-quarterbacks have won the MVP, Super Bowl MVP since 2010. It's probably going to be a quarterback, right? Unless you're Malcolm Butler, you jump that route. There he is. He's back.
I'm back.
You're back. I told the people you'd be back too.
Yeah, I was always coming back.
Yeah, so we're just going over Super Bowl MVP bets. Here's the thing that we're saying, John. If you're going to bet a quarterback, you 150% parlay it with the money line. Like every time. It is the dumbest thing in the world, in my opinion, if you don't. So if you want Hurts to win MVP, you bet the Eagles. Reason for this, Hurts can't win MVP and lose the game. I don't think. Maybe, but probably not. Same thing with Mahomes. If you think the Chiefs are going to win, throw them in a parlay. But if you're going to take them straight, maybe you could do a quarterback as like insurance, right? But I want to have more fun. I want to go with Hassan Reddick at where he's priced. So I'm putting $100 on Hassan Reddick, John. I'm going to walk away with a little north of $3,000. He's a game wrecker. Chiefs, I don't think they can hold him down. We saw John, he knocked out quarterbacks all game. I mean,
he totally ruined the 49ers season.
He ruined the game. Now, a little bit of that
game wasn't even fun to watch after that.
Not fun at all.
And it was his fault. Like, he's the one that did that.
He's the only guy we could blame. Kyle Shanahan trying to block Hassan Reddick with the tight end, probably not a good idea.
Smart.
Not smart. That's not
Unless
something
it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't even Kittle. It was like their backup. So the issue is, hopefully, I don't think Andy Reid's going to do that. Hopefully, he does do that. Like, he brings in like Noah Gray or someone to block Hassan Reddick. That will be fun for my bet. I think he has good value. You like any of these guys, John? Like, as a long shot with the value?
I could see Kelsey just because of the chance that he could catch multiple touchdowns. Because once they get down there, like if that guy caught 3 touchdowns, it'd be tough to say, nah, you can't be MVP. And the Chiefs would always have to win.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that would be the one that maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a Jerick McKinnon, that's plus 5,000. I don't know. I'd probably want way more for him. But no, I like your idea, like the quarterback, and then just parlaying it with the team on the money line, and that's probably what that is. Yeah. But no, if you need a long shot, Kelsey, I mean, I don't know. It's plus 1,600 is still like
good value.
Super short for a Kelsey, but still, if anyone could do on that, I think maybe him.
Yeah, we got him. We got someone said Miles Sanders. Good value there. They said 3 touchdowns inbound. If Miles Sanders scores 3 touchdowns, the Eagles win. Yeah, he'll win MVP. I don't know. I think there's good value. It is crazy how much it drops like after a quarterback. Now the fun thing too, like imagine watching that Super Bowl Seahawks Patriots and having nobody, maybe somebody had this, but a Malcolm Butler MVP Super Bowl ticket. I mean, he had no chance, but then it was just like boom out of nowhere, like that.
Yeah, and all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens. Like if someone makes it, like if Hassan Reddick strip sacks Mahomes to win the Super Bowl last drive, then he probably wins it. So it could be just one play. One play gets done. A lot of people like Miles Sanders to run a couple touchdowns, and I don't hate it. I mean, he had a couple last game. Kansas City's not as good as San Francisco defensively, but the one thing you do have to watch with that, the Eagles. They run 3. Like they could put Gainwell in. They're going to put Boston Scott. Boston Scott gets
they could just run the ball.
John, someone said a tight end has never won MVP, so he's due.
Yeah, so tight end positions clearly due. So
tight ends are extremely due. So maybe throw a Goddard and Kelsey, like just go like a tight end bowl. That'd be fun.
Parlay
it. Yeah, you're gonna win one of them. You don't know what draw, but it'll sound cooler.
Somehow 2 tight ends are gonna win on separate teams.
Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna keep talking about the Super Bowl through the week. Let us know, guys, in the comments who you got for Super Bowl MVP. But again, if you're gonna go quarterback, just parlay it. Like if you're gonna, so you like Hurts win MVP, throw in the Birds money line as well, because I don't know this, but I don't think someone's ever won Super Bowl MVP and lost the game. I'm gonna say no.
I think the Cowboys guy did one time.
Wait,
Nigel, you gotta look this up. I think a cow like back in like the 70s or something like that.
That's stupid. I'm sorry. You should be
allowed. Some guy like dominated the game, but they lost. Like something happened like that. Something weird.
Yeah,
but again, like we're talking about something that was like 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, I mean that's when football didn't count then.
Yeah, that didn't even like. It was too new.
Your football counts in your lifetime. Yeah, I mean don't worry. Like I do not care what happened in 1974. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wasn't. Yeah. How do I know it happened?
Like, how do I know? Like the old people, like they lied about a lot of things, dude. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they could be. They
Chuck Cowboy.
Yes. Yeah, they could be making these videos.
Cowboys. Yep. And he's a defensive player, right? Yep. See, Matt, I don't know how I know this stuff. I'm just saying I do know it, obviously, because that happened. But yeah, so like they did not win the game that day, but he got MVP somehow.
That's I'm sorry, that's very dumb. But I hope
it makes sense. Like there had to be a more valuable player than a guy who lost the game.
100%. Yeah, that's fair. If Jalen Hurts for 700 yards and like 5 touchdowns and they lose, I do not want him to get MVP. I would be very mad if he got MVP.
It would have to be like someone who was on the winning team.
Imagine like accepting that award. Like you just see this team celebrate. No, it's like when Mitch Trubisky won the Nickelodeon Award, the MVP. Mm-hmm. And they lost the playoff game, and then he had to come out and like get slimed or something. Like that's pretty much the equivalent to winning the Super Bowl MVP when you lose a game. So, let's hope that doesn't happen this year. But again, we like some value. John, we got a name. Chuck Howley was the linebacker. Shout out to
that's his name, Chuck Howley.
Yeah, we got some football guys in here, John. These guys know what they're talking about in the comments. 1961. All right, so I wasn't even.
Yes, that was quite a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, I was not even close to being here. So
I didn't even know they were playing Super Bowls in the 60s. And 71. Okay, I was like, dude, that was like they were like the late 60s, I think.
So my parents were just born. All right, so maybe they didn't really see it either. So how do I even know what happened?
No one even watched it, bro. Like that wasn't even a thing back then. Like there was no commercials during the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so since it's changed that much, I don't think we can count that MVP. No offense, Chuck Howley, if you're watching.
Not fun. All right,
you think Chuck Howley's still alive?
There's no way.
Not if he won it in 71.
What's his name? Chuck Howley?
Chuck Howley is still alive. Shout out Chuck Howley, dude. Way to be alive. That's awesome.
That's insane. Congrats on being alive. Yeah, how old is he? Is he like not 80?
He's gotta be old.
86.
Okay, wow, man, that's a long life.
That's impressive. Congrats.
That was like before CTE and stuff, I guess. You know, because like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a football player, yeah, that's.
If you played linebacker in the '60s and you're alive in your '80s, like that's, whoa! Shout out you, man. That's big.
Yeah, congrats to Chuck. That's huge. All right, so there's a Super Bowl MVP. John, before we get into our bets for tonight, there's a lot of people who wanted to talk about this. My top 10 list yesterday, and it caused some controversy, right, on Twitter, as it always does with a list. There's never going to be a perfect list. No. There's no perfect list. What do you think? Give me you don't even have to give me your top 10. You can if you want, like top 5 for you. Like, what do you think?
One is correct. 2 is correct.
Okay.
That's where you start getting in trouble. Like Kobe. I mean, Kobe was nasty. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm not saying that, but I mean, like Bill Russell not being on the list kind of wild. That's a wild move. I mean, just because, like, if you think about like the numbers that have been retired throughout the entire NBA, his has. So that's big. You know what I mean? So like, there's that. But Wilt was nasty. Magic was good. Kareem. I mean, like these are all like we're talking about Kareem's like the all-time leading scorer. So like, how is he not on the list? It's tough because there's only so many players that can go into the top 10 list, right? Because there's only 10 slots.
Yeah.
So if you get everybody and try to narrow it down to 10, it's going to get tricky. But I think as long as you got Jordan number 1, I think you're good. I think everything after that kind of is just like it's all semantics at that point, you know?
Yeah.
But somehow you got to find a way for Russell on there. I don't really know.
So if I put Russell on, who are you taking off?
Yeah, that's the thing. So to put someone on, you got to take someone off. So probably Duncan, even though I do like the fact that he really didn't even play when he was a little kid.
All right.
He just started playing basketball like way late in his life and then turned into like an all-time great. And that's fun. I guess it helped him. He was like 6'10", but still.
Yeah, that's possible. Nigel was asking why Kobe's ahead of Kareem. I just kind of, that's just where it fell on the list. I mean, that's just how it ended up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got him ahead. Maybe truthfully, it's probably because I watched Kobe. You know what I mean? But I didn't go too many games. Like, I was pretty good with my errors. The only guys I watched on that list, I only have 4 guys on that list that I watched. And, like, I was a kid when, like, Shaq and Dunk, you know, when they were, like, really good. I was young. So. Yeah,
Shaq was, Shaq could probably be higher. I don't really know how. But, I mean, maybe long. I don't know. It wasn't that long.
Yeah, you're splitting hairs once you get to. I mean, some people.
No, dude, Shaq was in the playoffs, like dropping 40-20 games. Those were pretty ridiculous. Like I remember watching that, but I was in my prime back then. Watching
that was your good days.
So like you're out, you're hanging out. Like he's got Kobe with him. But I mean, there was a big time. There was giant arguments over who it was. Was it Kobe or was it Shaq?
Yeah.
But they like teams like the Trailblazers back then. They went and got like literally a bunch of bigs just to foul the guy. Like that was their, like, you know what I mean? Like that was their strategy. Like it was crazy. Like he like changed like how teams like approached like playing basketball.
Yeah.
So he was fun.
Yeah, I got some backlash for Steph, but best shooter ever. I think he has to be there. Someone asked about Russell Westbrook. The funny thing is, like, people hate on Russell. I'd say he's still like top 75 all time. Is that fair?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is he like top 100? But he was like his early days was fun, but then I mean, not so much now.
No, not so much now. I mean, I still think though all time, like, I mean, he's the triple double king, right? Like he's the guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think Russ gets, and I don't know if it's still like this, but like 2 weeks ago, he was pretty heavily favored to win Sixth Man of the Year. So like, he's still getting some respect, Russ. I would have 75.
Sixth man.
We just got a comment, John.
I don't think that puts you on the top 10 though.
No, I don't think he's
Be on there.
I don't think he's top 10, but yeah, he's close. Matt, I'm still sad I lost your ladder challenge on day 6 with Duke. I had the -2.5. Please respond. So this is me respond. I'll definitely respond.
Oh.
I don't know what I could say. Like to help. Like I do feel bad. I was on my couch. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't out there playing the defense. I didn't miss the free throws at the end. That was a bad beat. I'm sorry, man. But if you hop back on, you're on like.
The thing is, lines move. You know what I mean? Like lines move. I mean, it's just it's what happens. You know what I mean? Like you want to beat the closing line, but sometimes if you don't, you got your nose hanging out there. You know, like you might get smashed.
You might get smashed sometimes.
It happens.
Sad part of it. But just hop back on. Like John always says.
30 game we play.
Yes. John, how about KD? Someone asked where KD is.
Top 20, definitely. I think the idea of KD is better than actual KD, if that makes any sense. Like the idea of a 6'11" guy, 7-foot dude that dribbles like a guard, he can shoot, he can do everything, but like he's never actually won.
No.
So,
I think with KD, if you talk pure scoring, I think he's top 10. You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. But like you got to win a championship, and like I'm not counting the Warriors champion. Those do not count. Steph had a really good supporting cast, and those are Steph's rings. Like he gave one to KD, but that's it. Like it's not like those were not his. Those were definitely Steph.
I agree. I think they're
already made super team.
Yeah,
and then be like, dude, we won. It's like, nah, like. No, we didn't. Like, thanks for coming over, but like, you're not really a part of this. We won before you, and after.
It's true. I mean, that's you can't really debate that. So
no,
I'm with you there.
I know. I remember the day he signed it. I was like, wow, this is the worst move of his life because he's gonna get a tail ring, toe tail ring. Like those don't even count. Like if you were to auction that ring, I bet you Steph would get more for his ring than KD would get for his if they were both put them on eBay.
You put them on eBay. Let's
the real one. Steph's is real and Kevin Durant's is fake.
Put them on eBay. Lastly, we got a comment about Victor coming out of the draft. Someone said he'll be top 10. He's definitely gonna have.
A lot of times, what you want to do is you want to wait for the guy to actually play in the NBA before you throw him on the top 10 all-time list. I mean, just as a just to be safe.
But he has a skill set. He could do it for sure. I mean, there's our top 10, John. That's it.
Yeah, right? He could be better than Durant.
Yeah, he could be.
He's a better version of Durant. I mean, he's from the parking lot, and like he's doing it off the back foot. Like he looks filthy.
He looks legit. Yeah. It'll be fun to watch him. Whoever he goes to. All right, real quick before we get to our bets, my day 9 announcement, John, is we're sitting out on Monday. All right, we're sitting Monday out. We're going to attack this thing likely on Tuesday. I tried to throw in some, parlays. The NBA slate is tough tonight. I will say that.
Yeah, I saw that.
You see that? College basketball, there's a couple games I really like, but, I mean, odds-wise, it just doesn't get us there. We're on day 9, guys. We're not going to force it. The strategy of taking a day or taking 2 days off, it's working in our favor. We're not going to – there's no rush for this thing, right? I mean, 10 days to hit. Yeah, the money.
As long as you want to win $10,000 on $10, like you just take your time.
That's what I mean. Let's just take our time. Let's relax. Let's not force it. I am going to give you guys my best bet of the day, and so is John. So obviously stay tuned. But the day 9, so this is not a ladder pick. You'll see that by the odds, obviously, because they have to be at certain odds. So that is my announcement for day 9. That's just where we're at. That's how we're getting down today. So. Just keep your guys' eye out for that tomorrow, but just want to get that clear of the air. This is not a ladder pick for today, although it is a banger. I will warn you all of that. But let's get into the picks. John, you're going to lead us off as you always do. Batting first here. Lead us off. What do we got?
All right, so I'm going to go. What you want to do on a day like this? find 2 bullshit schools and take the over. So that's what I did today. I went Mississippi Valley State and Alcorn State. No offense for calling you guys a bullshit school, but you know what I mean. Like, even if you go there. Over 134.5. This thing's already on the move, so I'm sorry about that. I can't make them hold the lines down.
Not allowed.
Again, like, you know what I'm saying? You throw in yours. But this was at like multiple places, like Bet Rivers, Unibet. So just look around. But I think they're going way over. Mississippi Valley State is horrific. Like, they are a very, very bad basketball team. Defensively, we're talking like 362nd ranked. Like, I think that's the worst there is. Like, I don't even know I didn't even know there were 362 teams. So, like, they're in the bottom, dude. So, anyways, they're going to give up points on the road. But here's the thing about them. They've kind of gotten better offensively, and it's because they're going faster. They were going like 67 possessions per game on the season. Last 3 games, they're in the 70s, bro. They're at 74 possessions per game, which is that's like just running up and down the field. Like, you're not even trying to like get into a half-court set. You're just like the Steve Nash Suns back in the day. It was just 7 seconds or less. Just get a shot up. See what happens.
I don't care what it looks like.
Yeah, just get it. Just hit the rim.
Yeah.
So the last 3 games, though, 70 points against Southern, who I think Southern's actually pretty good. So 70 points against them, 72 against UA. That's Arkansas Pine Bluff. I almost said UAPB, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not
a team.
That's Arkansas Pine Bluff. Who that is? Yeah. And then Jackson State, they dropped an 80 burger on them, 82. I think that the total's just way wrong here. I think that
they might have hit a wrong key. You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone's getting fired at Bet Rivers for this, because this is one where I feel like they can both be in the 40s, like in the first half, like that kind of stupid game where it's like no one cares at this point. Just get up and down the floor. It's like both teams do that. So 134.5, that's pretty low. One of these teams could get into the 80s, but again, Matt, they don't play defense. Like, that's the key to this. It's like, don't worry about the offenses. They both suck. Don't get me wrong. Like, neither offense is even remotely good, but defense is horrible, and it's being played fast. They got to go over 135, dude. Come on.
They have to.
I think, how could they not?
I think it'll hit pretty easily. I mean, I'm going to tune into this game. I did not think I would be watching Miss Valley State tonight. Yep.
But I had it circled at the beginning of the year.
No, that's a great call by you. That's a great call.
Mississippi Valley State, Alcorn State game.
I'm all in. All right, I'm going with – this is why I wore it today, guys. I'm going with the U. So we're going Miami, all right? We're going Miami, but I'm going to go money line, a little juicy here at 155. Here's the thing with these two teams. They played earlier in the year. Duke beat them at home by 2. I like the revenge factor for Miami. They've been a really good home team. Miami's just a really good overall team. They have experienced guys on their roster, really good guard play. You got a guy like Nigel Pack who can really fill it up. Isaiah Wong, they have some good bigs. I think they match up really well here against Duke. I like this Duke team. You guys know that because I've turned them in some
plays. Love Duke.
I love Duke. Well, I actually hate Duke as like a person.
I know. That's why I said you love Duke.
I love Duke. I know you hate him. Exactly. You know I truly hate them. So what I'm saying though with Duke, outside of Jeremy Roach-John, they're pretty young. You know, they have Proctor, young guy, lively, young guy.
They don't do well on the road. Young guys don't do well on the road.
It's tough. It's tough for freshmen to go on a road. It's tough to go into a place like Miami. Miami's a legit team in the ACC. I actually think they're the second best team in the ACC after Virginia. So I'm all in on the U today. If you want to, I think it's 2.5 on DraftKings or 3. You could do that too. I mean, I feel good about it. Yeah, but I mean, you don't want Duke tends to play close games, so you don't want to be that guy that Miami hits a game-winning 3 and win by 1, and you're standing there with that.
Smarter than everybody else.
Don't outsmart yourself. Sometimes it's okay to go with a money line. You can mix it up. So all in on the U. All in on the U today. I think they get it done. Again, I love this team. The ACC is interesting because I was just having this debate. I kind of think the ACC sucks, but they're going to have now there's 15 teams, right, in the ACC, I think. I think they're going to have 7 or 8 make March Madness, but they have a lot of mid teams. You know what I mean? I think these are two pretty legit. Is Clemson good? No, they're rats,
but they're not that bad.
They're not that bad, but they're not that good. They have a lot of.
It's not that good either. That's the problem.
Exactly. I think it's Virginia and then Miami, and then I think there's a little bit of a step down. If Duke could play every game at home, they might win a national championship. But in March Madness,
for that in the tournament. If Coach K was there, he'd get them 2 home games.
Yeah. Oh, Coach K would get it. I think Coach K secretly coached that game against UNC. I have a conspiracy. That's why they won. I think he snuck in and and worked his powers and coached the game. Someone asked that to you. No, I'm going 1 unit. John, how many units is your play?
I just do the one.
Yeah, we're 1 unit guys.
Just flat bet dude. I'll never not be able to bet like this.
Yeah, we're not gonna.
You know what I mean? Like,
we're not gonna flex our units. You know what I mean? We're gonna do it the fun way. Let's just slowly build up. Because if you lose, the fun thing, John, if you lose this bet, you only lost a unit. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's the thing. You just go right to bed. Also, too, another thing is whenever you put out a bet this early in the day, you only got 1 unit. You can always find something else. You can do a unit on that. You know what I mean? Like you're not stuck because like
you get 100.
You throw 5 units down. It's tough to like put a unit down on something else.
Yeah,
if you like that something else better.
I'm not a 5 unit guy.
Now you got 5 on the one that you don't even like the most. So like that's a tricky game. I don't like doing that.
I've never been a 5 unit guy. Or I shouldn't say that. When I first started, I did. I was like 5 unit.
And then what happened?
I lost like 4 of them, and I just went to cry. So
that's what happened to me too. I think that's what happened to everybody. So if you ask them, like, "Hey, what happened when you did the fight? Like, you lost your ass. You thought about gambling, quitting gambling, and then you stopped doing that, and then now you're back.
And now I'm gonna cry.
Going.
That's pretty much it. Yes, we did drop a Super Bowl prop today. We're doing Super Bowl MVP. You can. The cool thing when we're done, you can like rewind it if you want to watch that segment. So we did go over MVP for you guys. Someone did ask about the props. So, John, I think that's going to be all. We had a great episode. Love the energy for today. A lot of people fired up for this slate, which I'm excited about.
Yep.
Like a Monday night in February, you need something to get fired up for.
College basketball.
We just got it. Yeah, I mean, this is the best time of the college basketball season.
Think about it. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Boom.
And then you have the Super Bowl.
And then you have the Super Bowl.
Why am I thinking about Super Bowl right now when I got legit like 6 days of action before I even get to the Super Bowl? That's what I'm saying. Like it's tough, man. Yeah, you don't need to rush this. Bang on some college basketball because guess what happens on Monday of next week after the Super Bowl? College basketball. You know what I mean? So like, just get in now. Like it's time, guys. There's only one football game.
And then a month from now, John, we're gonna be watching games right now. It's gonna be conference. Like you're gonna have like Pitt. Well, no, Pitt's actually kind of good this year. You're gonna have like trying to think of really bad ACC teams like Notre Dame
playing at noon for their life.
Who are they playing? Like Notre Dame, Louisville. Yeah, noon.
Yeah, and the coach has convinced them that they're gonna win out. And, you know, from like the first Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't care.
They're playing a noon game. They have to win out to get to the tournament. They think they can. That's the fun part about it.
And that's the best part. Our 5 unit plays, John. We just got some comments. One person said if you do 5 units, you find yourself betting on table tennis at 6 a.m. That's true.
Yep.
And
then, get your money back.
Someone else said that they lost and then found themselves betting on dog racing.
Yep. I was a big dog racing guy before. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. That's
you just go to the dog track. They got Busch Light there, usually beers like that. So it's they used to serve them in these like plastic cups. Dude. It was quite the experience, to be honest with you.
I've never gotten there, but I've been close to
get to the dog track one of these days. See what that's about, man. That's a life.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to see what the dog tracks are like. All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Make sure you guys continue to check out the content at OddsChecker US. John and I will have some more action going down today, and then tomorrow, same time, right? Same time, 11:30.
Yeah, I would hope so.
11:30 a.m. Yeah, well, you hope we're
time slot. This one.
This is the best time. Best time slot on gambling Twitter is what people are saying. So make sure to check it out. It'll be me and John. We'll be back. We'll deliver bangers, and we'll have likely we'll have a ladder pick for tomorrow. We're gonna get back in the lab. So
jump back on top.
Just my couch. Yeah. So we'll see you guys then. Have a great day. Let's get after it.